recording. Okay, so the recording has started. Welcome everybody to the BSN workshop, Tools for Success in an Online Program. My name is Addie Ruiz Olivas, and I am currently the academic advisor for the program. In just a second here, we will learn more from Dr. Yu, the current director of the BSN program. But just a brief overview of the workshop today. We are going to be doing some introductions, like I said. I'll be covering the Lobotrax degree audit, learning how to read the symbols on there, your general education requirements and how to look for those on the UNM catalog, going over the upper division electives that are required for this program, as well as using the UNM schedule to see what is being offered every semester. Your Lobotrax degree audit indicators, checking semester dates and deadlines through the Office of the Registrar, and then the final portion would be to contact our academic advising office if you do have any personal questions that you need help with. So without further ado, Dr. Yu, take it away.
Hello, I'm so happy that you've joined this RN to BSN workshop. You'll get some great information. And I just want to let you know that my door is always open, my virtual door and my real door. I'm in room 238 of the nursing pharmacy building. But please, if there's an issue or problem, I'd rather be able to facilitate that. However, Addie is the person you want on speed dial. She's been instrumental in making sure that you students who are working people are able to get everything you need and continue in a timely manner. So I would definitely listen to any advice she has to say. But again, I'm so pleased that you are part of the RN to BSN program, or at least inquiring about it. And please don't hesitate to contact me if there's anything that I can do. But I highly recommend you work very closely with Addie. She's been a great asset to this program. Thanks so much, Addie.
Thank you so much, Dr. Yu. Like I said, you're certainly welcome to stay, but I totally understand if you have other engagements. I do appreciate the kind words, and yes, we do look forward to having all of you here in the RN to BSN program, and we are certainly available at all times. That open door policy also goes with me as well. So thank you so much, Dr. Yu.
All right, I will be leaving and leave it to your expertise. Take care.
Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Alrighty, so moving on, we are going to be covering the Lobotrax degree audit. I won't be covering an actual Lobotrax degree audit just because that is a violation of FERPA, and I don't really have an example, but I can tell you some of the things that are on the Lobotrax degree audit. The Lobotrax degree audit has 4 simple symbols that indicate different things. Of course, if you know how to access your Lobotrax degree audit, right at the bottom, there is a legend that does tell you what everything means. So if you see a green check mark next to a requirement, that means that it is complete. This purple one here is not super common, but if you have like a course planned, that'll pop up as this purple icon here. The blue ellipses here simply means that your class that you're currently registered for is in progress, and it might turn into a green check mark once you have fulfilled that class. And then of course that red X there just means that the requirement is unfulfilled, and you will need to complete that requirement. So essentially what we're looking for on your Lobotrax degree audit is to turn all of the red X's into green check marks. Like I mentioned, you probably won't see this planned icon a whole lot, but these are very common. In just a second, I will show you what an audit looks like with like a mix of those symbols. But like I said, the requirement, if it's complete, the requirement is satisfied and no further action is needed. If it's in progress, the requirement is in progress and will be satisfied after course or courses are successfully passed. And then if the requirement is not satisfied, you'll see this red X here. And if the requirement is unclear and you're not really sure why you have that red X, you are asked and encouraged to make an appointment with me and you know, say something or tell me anything that you need in order for me to be able to understand why you have that red X. And then I can now tell you why you would need that, need that fixed. There's somebody who just joined in. I'll give them a minute to join in. Hey there, so thank you for joining us today. I am currently recording this session, just so you know, if you want to keep yourself anonymous, but if you have any questions throughout the thing, you are certainly welcome to speak up, or you can send me a chat with your question, okay? So really, we're just going over this process, and like I said, it is going to be recorded, so you'll be able to watch whatever you missed later on through YouTube. So moving on to the next portion of this presentation. So I did mention that I would show you an example of what an audit looks like with all three symbols. So this person in particular has a lot of their general education courses complete with these green check marks. It looks like they have some classes in progress as well. And it looks like they have a red X in their general education and student choice area. So if I were this student, I would be focusing on what I need for this section so that I could turn this red X into a green check mark. I like to call it the world's most complicated game of tic-tac-toe, but instead of X's and O's, we're trying to turn the X's into green check marks. So this is kind of what it looks like. Everybody's audit is going to look different. You know, most of you are coming from different schools. So there could be a chance that you have all, you know, green check marks here and a red X here, maybe in this RN to BSN section. But we will go over that here in just a second. So that's what an example looks like based on the symbols here previously shown. So a lot of you may come in with a lot of red X's on the general education portions. So you'll see here that there's around 1 to 8 areas. So these general education areas are actually a university-wide requirement. So it doesn't matter if you're in engineering or in business school or in nursing, everybody is subject to these general education areas. So this person, for example, has completed their general education area in math, physical and natural science, and social and behavioral science. But it looks like they would still need to take a humanities course, a second language course, an arts and design course, and then a student choice course. So these student choice courses actually can derive from any one of these other ones. So really you just need to take 6 credit hours of any of these ones. But the only rule is you can't retake a class that you've already taken because it won't give you credit. So how do we go about finding those general education areas? I want to show you here on the website. So going back to the PowerPoint presentation here, let's see. So we're going to want to go to catalog.unm.edu. We're going to click on courses, select Gen Ed areas and diversity, and select area. So for our student, we are looking for, let's say we want to find a class in the humanities section. We'll go back to our website and go to catalog.unm.edu, and you should be taken to this page right here. So we'll follow the instructions and go to courses. And then up here is where your Gen Ed areas are going to live. So we are looking for humanities. We will go ahead and click that drop down button. And then here it is, humanities. So once we click on that, it'll actually list out every single class that can count towards this area. So it kind of removes that guessing game of, oh, well, I don't really know what's going to count in this area. The audit will also tell you what specifically can count, but I like using the catalog simply because if I wanted to know what the class was about, I can actually click on it. So let's say I wanted to register for Introduction to Chicana and Chicano O Studies. I can click on it, and then it'll give me a brief description of what the class is about. And then that way I can make an informed decision on whether or not I actually want to attend the class. So that is the one way to use the catalog. Like I said, it is good for finding those Gen Ed areas. Let's say, for example, we wanted to now find the arts and design one. We will go back to catalog.unm.edu, courses, Gen Ed, and this time we're going to click on the arts and design. And it'll do the exact same thing. It'll list out every single class that will count towards this area. So that is the first primary tool that I like to teach all the students in this program, the catalog. Okay, so moving on, for the audit, you will notice in the BSN, RN to BSN courses, there are 6 areas here. Most of you will come in with this area number 6 already completed, 55 hours of electives. And that stems from your previous, probably your ADN. If you've completed a bachelor's degree in the past, it might come in from your bachelor's degree as well. But you are required to take that English 1120. That's actually a requirement for admissions into the program. You do have to complete Math 1350, which is Introduction to Statistics, Nursing 241, which is Pathophysiology, and then, of course, the RN to BSN courses here. So when you're fully admitted into the RN to BSN program, if you wanted to start taking those nursing classes, you are only authorized to take nursing 301 and 302 together first. And once you've completed nursing 301 and 302, you can then take nursing 404 through 409 in any order that you want. The even numbered courses, so 404, 406, and 408 will be offered during the first half of the semester. And the odd numbered classes such as 405, 407, and 409 are offered during the second half. First half and second half semesters only occur during fall and spring. Summer semester, if you decide to take classes during the summer, you don't have to take summer classes if you don't want to. But if you do want to take summer classes, all of these classes are offered during the summer. Once nursing 404 through 409 have been successfully completed, then that's when you can take nursing 410, which is considered your capstone class. And from what I've heard, this is a research-based class. So everything that you've learned from nursing 301 all the way to 409 will help you with that nursing 410 class. That's why we require those classes to be completed before you take nursing 410. And so if you need any help like degree planning and stuff like that, once again, schedule an appointment with me via Lobo Achieve, and we can definitely work out a degree plan for you. The next section in the RN to BSN section would be the subsection number 5, 6 hours of upper division electives. So I get questions about this a lot, and it's mostly just what are these? So these are interesting because they can be any course, any subject, and I wanted to grab this audit in particular because it has management classes. So they don't necessarily have to be nursing electives, though we do offer nursing electives. The only thing that we ask is that if you decide to take like upper division electives that are not part of nursing, they have to be either 300 to 499 level. So this is a good example here of non-nursing electives. This is a 300 level class, while this was a 435 level class. So these definitely counted towards this area, and that is indicative with this green check mark. So once again, going back to the red X and the green check mark, if I had classes here and still had a red X, then that tells me that the requirement is still not complete. So once again, if you're not sure why that red X exists, if you feel like something has been completed, definitely book an appointment with me, and then we can both understand what is going on. So I will get to the nursing electives here in just a second. But like I said, if you don't want to do nursing electives for whatever reason, I do recommend doing those nursing electives just because you are in a nursing program, so it kind of makes sense. And then also you benefit from that tuition differential. So if you decided to take a management course like this, then you would have to pay the fee of whatever the Anderson School of Management is charging for those classes. So that is a quick breakdown of what is expected for the RN to BSN program. Getting into those nursing electives though, if you do want to take those nursing electives, we do have specific sections reserved just for RN to BSN students. So we offer upper division nursing electives that are specifically for RN to BSN students, and those classes are eligible for the tuition differential. So our nursing electives usually start at nursing 429. So you will see a bunch of classes that say nursing 429, 429, 429, but one of them may be like a pediatrics concentration. One of them might be communication. One of them might be equity and justice. The main thing we're looking for is nursing 429 classes with 60 sections. And I will teach you how to do that here in just a second. So we're going to go to schedule.unm.edu. We're going to go to a quick view, select a semester, select schedule, click on subject, type nurse plus enter, find appropriate courses. So let's go ahead and do that so we can find those nursing upper division electives. We'll go back here and I will open this tab. So we are in, once again, schedule.unm.edu. And once I'm here, I'm going to scroll down and click this blue box where it says a quick view. After that, I'm going to pick the semester that I want to register for these classes for. This website typically updates with the following semester right around the middle to end of the semester. So we won't be able to see spring 2024 until maybe around mid-November. So right now, the most current semester that's upcoming would be fall 2023. So let's say, for example, I wanted to register for a nursing elective in fall. I'm going to go ahead and select fall 2023. And then let's say, for example, I wanted to take a nursing elective during the first half of the fall semester. I'm going to go ahead under the main campus section, click on first half courses. And then we can ensure that it's fall 2023 from here. And then the campus is Albuquerque, Maine here. We're going to scroll down, and then in the fourth column, the subject line, go ahead and click on subject. And then in the filter portion, we're going to type in NURS for nursing and then hit enter. And so like I said, our nursing electives usually start at number 429. So 429, 429, 429, you'll see a bunch of 429s. But what I mentioned here is we are looking for any of the nursing 429s with 60 sections. So let me pull that back up. So this is where the sections are going to live. This is a course number. This is a course section. So 429003 is not an RN to BSN specific program, but 063 and 066 are. These are both 60 sections, which means that they are courses for RN to BSN students. If you were to accidentally register for this one, for example, 006 instead of the 060, then you will be charged the standard tuition rate that our traditional students get charged, which tends to be significantly more money per credit hour. So if you do want to take those nursing credit hours to save yourself a bit of money, definitely go for those 60 sections. But like I said, if money is not an issue and if you don't want to take those nursing electives, a lot of students don't want to. And that's, for whatever reason, that's totally fine, just as long as that class is 300 to 499 level. And these are certainly 400 level, so they will definitely count. So that is a good thing to know, because I have seen a lot of students register for the wrong sections and then they get charged the extra money, and it's very unfortunate. So in the interest of your time and also your money, definitely go for those 60 sections there. So we've covered the schedule. Okay, so going back to the Lobo Tracks degree audit, there is an important indicator or marker at the top of the audit that you will see. So I wouldn't focus too much about the pie charts or anything. If you don't know how to access your Lobo Tracks degree audit, and if you haven't done the orientation yet for RN2BSN, the RN2BSN program, I would say go ahead and do the orientation so that you learn how to access your Lobo Tracks degree audit. But at the very top of the Lobo Tracks degree audit, you will see what it says here: at least one requirement has not been satisfied. You also want to pay attention to the color. It is red, so that, red means, naturally to us, red means that something is wrong or something is not satisfied. So that the color red here tells me that, you're still missing something. But let's say, for example, you are registered for your final classes for that semester and you're planning on graduating that semester. This will actually now turn to the color black. So all requirements complete, in progress courses used. So this tells us, or the academic advising office, that you are in progress and you're either going to graduate this semester or you're registered for your final courses the next semester. So seeing this color doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to graduate the semester of. It might not, but really the only way to tell that you are officially graduated from the College of Nursing is when you see this turn green and it says all requirements identified below have been met. So that's the marker that you can use as a student to kind of measure your progress. And then this is certainly the marker that we use as academic advisors to ensure that your audit is running complete. If your audit is not running complete, you will not be able to graduate. So that's, once again, if you're not sure why something is not running complete, definitely schedule an appointment with me. All right. And so lastly, I want to give you a really, really good tip, and that is to check the semester deadline dates. I've encountered a few students who, they drop way past the drop deadline, and so they're charged for the class, unfortunately. But if you are well aware of the dates and when you can drop a course without being charged for it, it definitely does help set, like calendar reminders and stuff like that, so that you can drop the course if you feel like you can't really move on from it. So for this tool, we're going to go to registrar.unm.edu. We're going to select the semester deadline dates, select semester, review the dates accordingly. So let me go ahead and open this back up. And so we're going to go to my next tab here. So registrar.unm.edu. We're going to scroll down, and it's the third option here. So we're going to select semester deadline dates. So you'll go ahead and scroll down and you'll see that this calendar is actively open. I believe the website is coded in the way where it's like, if you go to this, it'll automatically open the calendar of the semester or the semester that's coming up. You'll notice here that the law school has their own calendar and nursing has their own calendar, but for RN to BSN students, you want to stick with the main campus calendar. So don't look at the nursing calendar. You want to look at the one that has nothing written next to it. So fall 2023 is the upcoming semester and it's already open. And here are all the dates that correspond with that semester. So if you're taking a first half 8-week course from August 21st to October 14th this fall semester, if you wanted to drop that class, you will have until September 1st to drop the class without getting a W on your transcript and getting a 100% tuition refund on Lobo Web. So you won't be charged for the class. And so this is very helpful to know because the semester does start on August 21st. September 1st is actually 2 weeks out. So essentially you have 2 weeks to determine whether or not you want to continue with the class or if you want to drop the class and get your money back. You know, I definitely understand with this population, you guys are working professionals. A lot of you have families. So, you know, sometimes accidents happen, life happens. So if you feel like you cannot continue, just be mindful of these dates here so that you know when you're eligible to drop out of those courses and avoid being charged for them. And then once again, if you're going to take a second half course for the semester, then the October 27th deadline is what you would look at in terms of dropping that course without a W and with a 100% tuition refund. So there are a lot of things here that you can see, you know, last day to drop without dean's permission and stuff like that. So this is a very helpful page so that you know when you're able to drop those classes, and then you can just be mindful of those dates. So moving on. And that is pretty much it. Do we have we are open Monday through Friday in our office, the academic advising office, from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We definitely prefer that you schedule an appointment with us. Our walk-ins are considered phone calls. So if you do have any quick question that could be answered via email or even over the phone, you're certainly welcome to communicate with us through that means. But if you need something like a degree plan or something like that, then definitely schedule an appointment through Lobo Achieve. And that's going to be loboachieve.unm.edu. So there you can contact us. This is our phone number. This is our general email. And like I said,